Satnam, everybody.
Satnam.
How's your miraculous courage going? I just realized, I shouldn't just realize, but everything that in everyone's life, but GDF especially, the way anything is energetically set up, it's like Divine Ma already has a plan. So this is ending on the 31st, right? And then we have that 3-day on November 8th, 9th, and 10th. And what are we working with? The miracle mantra. So here we are building this miraculous courage. And then when we go into the 3-day, it is going to be 11 times recitations of the miracle mantra in different ways. And there's some specifics to it that really heal your ancestral karma and these deep wounds inside of us. And we'll be working with that on Friday and Saturday. But you're working on it now is the thing. With Chatra Chakravarti, the facing the fear, but not just facing it, walking through it, right? This mantra gives us the ability to walk through it, to change the narrative inside. So then, whether you're doing the 3-day or not, whatever is coming in your life, you are already developing the ability to, okay, that's that feeling of anxiety, that's that apprehension. Chatra Chakravarti, I have nothing to fear. The Lord has surrounded me in all 4 directions. You know, I love the angelic realm. It always makes me think of the way your favorite babe, Steve Noble, calls in the archangels, and it's like, you know, he says, feel Raphael walking in on your left, right?
Is that English guy?
Yeah. And Michael in front, and like he brings in their energy and their fire, right? And then above us, Metatron, below us, Seraphon. And I just love that visual, and I feel it when I chant this mantra. Like there is nothing that God has not covered. But I still have to do the thing I'm afraid of, right? Or I don't really get the benefit of this mantra.
Wow.
What do you think, babe?
Wow, I'm just in a different place right now as you're talking. I hear what you're saying, and I think it's so beautiful. Yesterday in my Wednesday morning class, I was talking about every time we do this 40-day, you get some kind of a inclination, or you get some kind of a like a hit, an intuitive hit, a psychic hit on your life, on what you're supposed to be doing. Last time it was, get up at 4:30 and I made that commitment, and it was life-changing. This time it's translating into the heart, like this mantra is all about for me. It's a heart strengthener. And I talked about a couple weeks ago in one of my classes how I was talking about the foundational building blocks of my belief system, my character, my integrity, and kind of what it all kind of resolves on and starts from, and how those blocks that are there, have been built from, a lot of them, a place of insecurity or a place of fear or a place of ego. And as I get older and as I'm on this spiritual path, I'm finding immediately the lack of integrity in those building blocks of my belief system, or my integrity, or my character, or the caliber of my character. So what's going on with me right now is I have this thing that I'm really starting to understand, but not just understand, but actually practice in my life. I did it yesterday. I was out on a job in someone's home that I had never met before. And the whole concept is, those of us who are on this spiritual path, if we're really truly on the spiritual path and we really want to practice what we preach, what we're all about, as far as the neutrality, as far as, the 4th sutra always comes to my mind about understand the times through compassion or you will be misunderstood. And I think about all like the conflict going on with all the disagreements and the different judgments that humans have on each other for their own personal belief systems or thought processes. You know, politics have a way of really bringing that kind of stuff out. And so I was thinking yesterday about what my thing is during this particular 40 day, because we are halfway through with the 40 day. Today, I believe, is day 20. And I thought, you know what, if I'm really on this spiritual path, and I have been for a while now, it's up to me to be able to not be so divisive in my process of what I think I believe in, and be able to understand and have compassion for those who don't believe like me, and to be able to take the personalities to another level of knowing that we are all really in this together, and we're all here to serve the same purpose, even though if it doesn't appear that way in the moment, face to face with somebody when you're dealing with personalities.
Right.
So that's what's really hitting me right now, and I had an example of that. I'll talk about it on a different talk because it'll take me about 5 minutes to explain it. But anyways, it happened yesterday in my morning class, but it also happened later in the day in a customer's class. So that's what's going on with me.
You know, and this time we live in, I think politics and religion, obviously, we have fought over politics and religion to nauseam as humans.
But isn't it so obvious that they are so there in our face to teach us?
Yes. And what I'm really feeling, this mantra, right, to face your fears. So how does this whole thing work, right? This is how life works. Whether you call it the Matrix or you call it the fucking media, it doesn't matter. The energetic signature on Earth knows the best way to control us is fear. And it's pumped into everything. So take a breath. So really consider say you're totally Harris. So everyone who is not has been totally convinced she's going to fucking blow up the world and kill us or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know. But it's bad. Or if you're totally Harris, you know, Trump is eating babies or something. I mean, it's so fucking weird, right? And I'm not saying both sides don't have their character defects. Obviously they do. But what I'm so present into this 40 day is I am being controlled by fear. And the only way I can do it is not to listen, but I'm still in a collective that's walking on eggshells. And so that's the work, you know, because when the election's over, we'll get on to being afraid about something else, it'll be, we're so afraid because that person made president, but now we're afraid, it's just, it's a thing. We just do it.
Look at how out of control it's become. What was one of the main things that we learned as children in our particular generation was the simple saying of sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
But words will never hurt me.
Sticks and stones will break my bones,
but words will never.
Well, mine was names, and I think they're pretty much the same. But look at how far from that we've become.
Well, and also that's a lie. Words will hurt you. So that is totally a lie. In fact, they've actually proven that if you get beaten, but the psychological damage is not as bad, you'll get over it.
Yeah.
But if they have mentally, parents, friends, whatever, tortured you, which we are as a collective, and it's a beautiful thing, because I can feel it. Like in my own neighborhood, we're sick of it. We just want to love each other. We just want to, and I feel it at the GDF. We're all over the place. Everybody believes, and nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. And it's still a beautiful thing because you know what we do know? We're a human family.
Yeah.
And chatra chatra varte, God has surrounded each one of us. And I just really want to be open my heart to whatever ever happens. God is in charge, right? It makes me think of the Cathars, and this has always been hard for me to grok, and I'll end it with this, is that the Catholics were just so freaked out by them because when they would corner these beautiful people, These people would sing and smile and laugh walking into the fires. They would not give them the satisfaction. But not only that, they were singing and laughing because they knew they were going home. Jesus Christ, you know, I love him. On the cross, forgive them, Lord, because they don't know what they're doing. So I think the big fear we all know and we don't want to talk about it is, because we're so enamored and afraid of death, the truth is, this is just an outfit we're wearing. What these avatars knew is, you kill me, you cannot kill me. You can kill my body, but not that there's not grief. It's like over and over, you see the Savior cries and he grieves, and he knows the better part of who he is not his body. It's not this physical human mind. And I'm so far from that. I'm sure a lot, you guys are too, right? But it does make me present to, that's the rub. And if I was really fearless, none of this would ever bother me.
That's why what we're chanting is so absolutely amazing. And I hope it's steering all of us into that avenue and that lane of really having the courage to take a look at your own heart right now and really
just love each other.
Be honest with yourself about what you're saying that you believe in or don't believe in, or all this stuff that is actually like just judgment and
it's like
that.
It's like a sport when we're doing it about like politicians and movie stars, like when they're big, like they're out here, they don't really affect us. It's like a sport. We're just doing it, but we have forgotten how destructive it is for us to think this way and call and name call and all that. But we're learning. Yeah. I think all of our nervous systems are like, we can't do this anymore. We can't keep going like this. So, and that's why we cha-cha varte.
Happy 20 day. Welcome halfway through. We've got halfway to go. Oh my God. What could come from the last half?
I don't know.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.